Stop what you are doing. Virgo, you did not click on this video by accident. The universe brought you here tonight because it is time to lift that burden. I feel the invisible exhaustion that settles on your shoulders right when things are about to go right for you. Do not look away now, because what I am about to reveal will expose the exact reason why your destiny has been delayed and how it is finally breaking through to you. The visible pain is the Virgo who does everything perfectly, plans every step meticulously, but watches their progress stall at the finish line, feeling a sudden, unexplained drain of energy. You are a lighthouse that has been shining so brightly it attracted ships that only wanted to steal your light, forcing you to dim your own bulb to survive. You will understand why your biggest victories always seem to stall at the very last second. You will discover the invisible energy that has been draining you after certain harmless interactions. You will learn how to identify the silent envy that hides behind the polite smiles of those closest to you. You will see exactly how to shield your energy so that your destiny can finally arrive completely untouched. And before this message closes, I will tell you one specific phrase about your life that you will carry with you for the next few months. Have you ever felt that there is a heavy, strange exhaustion pressing down on your shoulders right when your path is about to open? As if every step forward is being watched by eyes that don't want you to succeed, as if a cold voice inside your head is telling you that you don't deserve this arriving destiny, making you believe the delays are your own fault. And what if this endless sequence of last-minute delays and sudden fatigue isn't just a streak of bad luck, but a sign that the universe is trying to expose the spiritual envy that has been holding your destiny hostage? Because while many people blindly force their way through closed doors, few realize that these stalled victories can carry an unspoken jealousy, a hidden energetic drain, and an invisible siege that must be broken. But what if the greatest turning point lies in this revelation you haven't yet applied? Now think with me. Why does everything in my life stall exactly when it's about to go right? What if every project that crumbled at the finish line, every forced smile from someone who couldn't celebrate your win, every sudden wave of exhaustion after sharing good news, every opportunity that slipped away without logic, and this constant heavy feeling that your light is making someone else uncomfortable, are actually signs of a spiritual envy you have ignored for too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This book is not just a read, it is a revelation created for Virgos who want to understand exactly who is draining your energy in silence, sever the invisible cords of jealousy that keep stalling your life, shield your aura so your incoming destiny arrives completely untouched. Many Virgos already feel they need to protect themselves from this energy surrounding them, but they haven't yet made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But attention, access may be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform your path. Do not wait for one more massive victory to slip through your fingers at the last second before you decide to protect your field. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the spiritual envy that tried to block your path might be the exact proof that the universe has prepared a destiny for you that is simply too massive to arrive unannounced. You are still processing this right now, feeling that familiar chill of recognition on the back of your neck. If this first word has already touched something deep inside you, write, "My destiny is protected" down below. Not for me, but because another Virgo who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path has a map, and it is already within your reach in the first pinned comment. I will return to it shortly. And if for any reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single penny for any of these messages I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And yet they keep coming out every day for you and for every Virgo who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wishes to give back a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment, right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any amount your heart points to, that is what keeps this channel standing. That is what makes the next message reach another Virgo tomorrow, exactly as it reached you today. I'm waiting for you there, Virgo. I haven't even told you the most important part yet. There are 4 signs that this invisible siege is already acting upon you right now, and you will recognize at least one of them. Notice the silence in the room right now. Feel the rhythm of your breath slowing down as you listen to my voice. The invisible weight we just talked about is not a metaphor, Virgo. It is a physical, palpable reality that has been wrapping itself around your daily life for months. I want you to pay very close attention to your own physical responses from this point forward. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm about to tell you now. Pay attention to your shoulders, your chest, and the back of your neck. Your rational mind has spent years trying to convince you that the delays in your path are your own fault. But your physical body knows the truth. Your body remembers exactly when the invisible siege tightened its grip. There are 4 very specific signs that this energy is acting upon you right now. The first sign happens in the dead of night. Think about that moment at 2:00 a.m. when you were finalizing a flawless project. You checked every single detail. You planned every step meticulously, ensuring nothing could go wrong. But the very next morning, a sudden, inexplicable obstacle tore it down. This was not incompetence. This was your energy field clashing with a silent, envious block. You called it bad luck at the finish line. The universe called it an invisible siege. The second sign hides in plain sight. Remember that dinner where someone smiled, looked you right in the eyes, and gave you a compliment that somehow left your stomach in knots and your mood completely ruined? That was not just a weird comment. It was a direct energetic drain wrapped in polite words. For some of you, this appeared as the co-worker who suddenly stopped texting when you got a promotion. For others, it was the family member who abruptly changed the subject the second you shared a personal victory. You called it your own paranoia about people's intentions. The universe called it a sharp spiritual perception. The third sign strikes your physical body. It is that heavy, physical exhaustion that hits your neck and shoulders right after sharing good news with an old friend at a coffee shop. You walk out the door, and suddenly you feel like you haven't slept in days. That wasn't physical fatigue. That was the crushing weight of a gaze that desperately does not want you to succeed. You called it a sudden loss of motivation. The universe called it an energetic drain. The fourth sign is the one that breaks my heart the most, Virgo. It is that split second in a meeting where you had the brilliant answer, but a sudden chill made you bite your tongue and stay quiet. You shrunk your own brilliance so you wouldn't become a target. You called it humility when you hid your success. The universe called it a survival instinct against the weight of envy. Every single one of these moments is profoundly connected. These signs have a common origin, and it has a name. But before the name, you need something else. There is a path of protection, and I am going to open it right now. Before the name, before the word, because anyone who carries the heavy weight of this spiritual envy and stalled destiny needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay, and it is exactly here that the path of protection opens. The four signs that just hit you did not hit you by accident, Virgo. They are the undeniable proof of that sudden cold drain in your chest that hits you the moment you realize someone's smile didn't reach their eyes when you shared your good news. You have been carrying this invisible weight for too long, walking through rooms feeling as if a cold voice inside your head is telling you that this pattern of delays is your own failure, making you doubt your own competence and the destiny that is rightfully yours. But what if these relentless obstacles aren't just a streak of bad luck, but the universe actively exposing the spiritual envy that has been holding your path hostage? I have seen Virgos exactly where you are right now. I have watched them build incredible foundations in the dark, pouring their soul and sweat into every single detail, only to see the walls mysteriously crack just before the roof goes on. I have seen them sit in silence, questioning their own timing, their own decisions, and their own worth. I have watched them absorb the blame for things that were never in their control, carrying a guilt that did not belong to them. They never realized that they were fighting a battle of energy, not of effort. They were doing everything perfectly in the physical world, but leaving their spiritual doors completely wide open to the heavy gazes of people who could not handle their brilliance. The doors that slammed shut at the final hour, the friendships that suddenly turned cold when you leveled up, the heavy gaze you feel but cannot prove. But there is a definitive way to break this invisible hold. It was precisely by looking for the way to break this invisible hold that I found this digital book called The Great Secret, Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This is not just a book. It is the profound map you need to understand exactly who is draining your energy in silence. Sever the invisible cords of jealousy that keep stalling your life, shield your aura, so your incoming destiny arrives completely untouched. Envy can only delay the destiny of those who refuse to see the siege. The heavy gaze loses its power the moment the lighthouse builds its glass wall. And you must understand this right now, because this cosmic window aligning in your life will not wait. Do not wait for the next sudden roadblock to realize what this current delay is trying to teach you. Every single morning you wake up without this path is another drop of your precious light being quietly drained by the wrong eyes. Every massive leap you take without sealing your energy field is another hard-earned victory hijacked right at the finish line by the exact same silent jealousy. You cannot afford to lose another chapter of your life to people who refuse to celebrate you. The book is in the first pinned comment. Download it right now, while this word is still alive within you. Reclaim your focus, cut the cords, and step into the complete energetic armor that this specific path lays out in full detail. You are a lighthouse, Virgo. For years you believed that the only way to protect yourself from the storm was to dim your own bulb. You thought that if you shrank your light, if you hid your success, the ships would stop coming to steal your energy. You rationalized your own sabotage, calling it humility, just to survive the heavy gazes surrounding you. But a lighthouse does not hide its flame. It surrounds it with thick, impenetrable glass. The storm can rage outside. The heavy gazes can stare from the dark waters. The unspoken jealousy can swirl in the wind, but the light remains completely untouched. You are finally building that glass wall today. You are sealing your space. The invisible siege ends the moment you decide that your energy belongs only to you. And as I had told you earlier, Virgo, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that voluntary donation link open right below the book. I still do not receive a single penny for each message that leaves here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Virgo tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Any amount that your heart points to. Every such gesture keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it, exactly as it reached you today. What is arriving has a shape, and it has a date. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name descends. You are about to cross what the universe calls the destiny gate. This is not a vague promise of a better future. It is a tangible threshold, a specific cosmic window opening in the very days ahead of you. For months and perhaps years, this gate has been locked, weighed down by the accumulated pressure of unseen envy. Every single time you tried to step through, right when the victory was in your hands, the mechanism jammed. You blamed your own timing. You rationalized the failure. You convinced yourself that you hadn't worked hard enough, or that perhaps you had missed a crucial detail in your meticulous planning. It was not your timing. It was not a lack of effort. It was the destiny gate, held completely shut by the heavy cords of jealousy that attach themselves to your every move. Now, this specific window of time is aligning, and the invisible siege is finally breaking open. Think of the massive oak tree standing alone in the center of the garden. While the other trees eagerly show off their branches with every drop of rain, craving the attention of anyone walking by, this tree spends years pushing its roots deep into the dark, silent earth. People walk by and wonder why it isn't blooming. They whisper about its lack of growth, completely unaware that it is building a foundation so deep and so strong that no storm could ever tear it down. The oak tree absorbs the bitter cold, the immense pressure, and the heavy soil, all in absolute silence. It does not stop to explain its intricate process to the fragile flowers that bloom and die in a single season. It simply focuses on the deep, unseen work. This tree knows that its true strength is not visible to the casual observer, but hidden beneath the surface, far away from envious eyes that would only misunderstand its quiet power. That is exactly where you are right now, Virgo. You have spent years building your roots in the dark, absorbing the intense pressure and the cold judgments of those who could not understand your quiet dedication. You carried the weight of their unspoken doubts, but the root has finished its work. The foundation is absolutely complete, and the sudden massive growth is about to break through the surface. I have watched you carry the weight of other people's expectations without complaining. I saw every time you swallowed your pride and accepted the blame for delays that were never yours to carry. You thought your quiet suffering went unnoticed, but I was there measuring the depth of your roots. I am opening the gate now. The wait is over, and what I am handing you can no longer be delayed by the heavy eyes of others. There is a man who carried this exact same siege for years. He built impressive businesses from the ground up, pouring his soul and sweat into every detail, only to watch them inexplicably stall right at the moment of signing the contract. He blamed the fluctuating economy. He blamed his partner's lack of vision. He relentlessly blamed his own timing, analyzing his actions late into the night. And then, he finally recognized the invisible pattern of the heavy gazes surrounding his every move. What changed in him was not his business strategy. It was the absolute decision to seal his energy field before he announced his next step. He stopped offering his victories to ears that did not truly celebrate him. He learned to recognize the subtle difference between those who stood with him and those who only wanted to extract his light. The moment he stopped sharing his light with the wrong eyes, the heavy cords snapped. The delays vanished entirely, and his destiny arrived completely untouched, exactly as it was meant to be. You are still processing this right now, feeling a warm, sudden release spreading from your chest down through your arms, as you finally understand that the delays were never your fault. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name. The moment you step through this newly opened gate, you are no longer the same person who absorbed the silent jealousy of others. You are stepping into the profound identity that this whole cycle was forging in the dark. Because to survive the heavy gazes, to push your roots deep into the earth while the storm raged above, you had to embody 3 specific roles, and you know them intimately. First, you had to become the silent builder who learned to construct their empire in the dark. You meticulously placed every brick while the world slept. Virgo builds. Virgo secures the foundation. Virgo does not ask for permission, but your vulnerability was believing that if you just worked hard enough in silence, the envious eyes wouldn't find you. You built in the shadows to avoid the light, carrying the entire project on your own shoulders. Then you became the exhausted giver, who finally closed the door to the emotional vampires. You gave your energy, your time, and your flawless advice to people who only wanted to drain your strength. Virgo fixes. Virgo heals. Virgo solves the problems no one else can touch. But your vulnerability was keeping the door open, hoping your endless generosity would be reciprocated. You poured your light into empty vessels until you had nothing left for your own journey. And now, you are finally rising as the unapologetic winner who refuses to dim their light for anyone's comfort. You are done shrinking. You are done hiding your brilliance to make others feel secure. But the lingering vulnerability is the sudden guilt that tries to hit you right when you claim your space. A whisper from the past telling you to step back down. Notice your chest right now. Feel the sudden warmth expanding in your lungs. This warmth has a name. It is the absolute recognition of who you really are. You are the builder who survived the dark, the giver who drew the line, and the winner who is about to take it all. But this identity that has just been declared over you needs to be actively sustained. Because the Virgo who knows their own worth without knowing the invisible siege that surrounds them will eventually go back to carrying heavy gazes that do not belong to them. To step into the role of the silent builder and lock your energy, you need the map inside this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. This is your definitive blueprint to uphold the protective boundary that has just been drawn around your life. Do not wait for the heavy gaze to return before you learn how to secure what is yours. Do not wait for the sudden drain to test the shield you are only just beginning to forge. You must understand the exact mechanism of this protection so you can step into your arriving destiny completely untouched. Download your copy right now. The cold silence, the sudden exhaustion, the bitter compliments, they will all hit the glass wall and shatter. You are simply taking back the control of your own field. I promised I would return to this. I need to show you exactly how this cycle will try to break your new armor. Because it will try. I told you the storm would try to test your glass wall because the invisible siege does not give up easily, Virgo. It will actively try to find a crack in your newly forged armor over the next few days. It wants to know if you are still that same exhausted giver who will quietly absorb their heavy gazes. There are 3 specific tactics this energy will use against you, and you must master 3 exact weapons to strike back. First, the disguised compliment. They will praise you just to test if you are still vulnerable to their energy. For some of you, this will be a co-worker admiring your flawless work with a tone that suddenly leaves your stomach in knots. For others, it will be an old friend commenting on your new chapter with a forced smile that never quite reaches their eyes. This is not awkwardness. This is not coincidence. This is a deliberate probe. Your weapon is the silent nod. You nod. You say absolutely nothing to minimize your own success. You do not explain yourself. You simply hold their gaze, breathe out, and mentally declare, "My energy stays with me." Second, the sudden doubt. A massive wave of insecurity will hit you right before you take your next big step. The invisible siege will try to sound exactly like your own rational voice, whispering that you are unprepared and need to wait. Your weapon is the grounding breath. Notice your chest tightening when the panic rises. Touch something physical right away. Feel the cold surface of a table or the solid weight of a wall. Ground your body, breathe deeply into your stomach, and declare, "This fear does not belong to me." Third, the guilt trip. Someone from your past will try to make you feel bad for outgrowing them. They will weaponize your deep Virgo loyalty, hoping to pull you back into a space that is now entirely too small for your light. Your weapon is the clean cut. You do not argue. You step back physically, creating actual distance between your body and their presence, and you declare without a single trace of regret, "I do not apologize for my destiny." These 3 weapons protect you from what I managed to show you today. But the cycle has more layers than can fit in one single video. Because when the compliments taste bitter, when the exhaustion hits you out of nowhere, when the next big leap feels like it's being mysteriously pushed back, you need an instant defense mechanism. And to make sure you never face those moments unprotected again, you need the complete arsenal found in this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. I am not rushing you. I am warning you. Do not wait for the next spiritual attack to frantically search for your armor. This specific cosmic window aligning above you right now will not pause its movement while you figure out how to defend your field. You need the ultimate blueprint to lock the gate so this invisible siege never drains you again. It is already waiting for you in the first pinned comment. Now I need you to stop learning for a moment and begin to feel. Close your eyes, or simply lower your gaze to the floor if you cannot close them right now. Drop your shoulders, take one deep, slow breath, and let it out completely. Let go of the tight tension you have been holding in your neck and chest all day. You have spent so much time bracing yourself for the next sudden roadblock, tensing your muscles against the invisible weight of other people's envy, that you forgot what it feels like to just stand still without having to defend your own existence. Now I want you to imagine yourself standing right in the center of a quiet, vast room. Feel those heavy, invisible cords that have been attached to your shoulders and your spine, draining your energy, pulling you backward just as you try to step into your new chapter. You are the lighthouse, and you have been shining so brightly. But instead of dimming your bulb to survive the storm, visualize a brilliant, thick wall of glass rising from the ground, encircling you completely. A perfect, impenetrable mirror facing outward. Feel the physical, sharp snap as every single one of those heavy cords is instantly cut by the rising glass. Feel the immediate, profound lightness flooding your chest. Every heavy gaze, every unspoken judgment, every envious thought from those who cannot handle your success hits that mirror and bounces right back to where it came from. The storm can rage outside, but inside this shield, your flame remains completely untouched. You are sealed. Release the crushing weight of the unspoken words that filled the room when you won. Release the sudden physical exhaustion that hits you out of nowhere right after sharing your good news. Release the deep survival instinct that taught you to hide your own brilliance so you wouldn't become a target for jealousy. Release the heavy guilt of outgrowing the spaces and the people that are now entirely too small to hold your light. You are now stepping fully into the silent builder, constructing your massive destiny in the open light, completely protected from the unseen eyes. You are awakening as the exhausted giver, finally closing the heavy doors to the emotional vampires who only ever wanted to consume your strength. You are rising as the unapologetic winner who refuses to ever dim their flame again for anyone's comfort. You are still processing this right now, feeling a deep, quiet resonance settling in your chest, knowing with absolute certainty that the invisible siege is finally broken. Before we seal this energy, write down below the name of someone you are carrying through this crossing, or if this is purely for you, write in one sentence what you are expecting the universe to give back to you. I will read it, and you will not write this alone. Do not release this energy yet. We are not done. Stay with me. The space you occupy is now sealed against any heavy gaze. The sweat of your meticulous effort is now completely guarded from those who would drain it. The massive destiny that is arriving is now shielded from the unspoken jealousy that tries to delay it. I watched you carry the weight of those delayed victories, blaming yourself for every project that crumbled at the finish line, completely unaware that I was exposing the heavy gazes surrounding you. I saw every forced smile you received, and I felt the exact moment that sudden wave of exhaustion hit your shoulders after you shared your good news with people who could not celebrate your light. I saw you shrink your own light at that dinner table because your intuition warned you that celebrating would attract the wrong eyes. You thought you were being humble, but I saw the survival instinct of a lighthouse trying to dim its flame just to appease the storm. I felt the constant, heavy feeling in your chest, the quiet despair of watching another opportunity slip away without logic, and the cold voice that tried to convince you that this was your own failure. I allowed those doors to slam shut at the final hour, not to punish you, but to prove that you were building your empire in a field filled with emotional vampires. You believed that your light was making someone else uncomfortable, and you took on the guilt of outgrowing the spaces that could no longer contain you. But I was the one pulling you away from those bitter compliments and sudden drains, forging the glass wall that you needed to finally protect your brilliant energy. The invisible siege was not a curse upon your life, but the exact proof that what I have prepared for you is simply too massive to arrive unannounced. I am opening the gate now, and your destiny is stepping through completely untouched. The disguised compliment that tests your energy ends here. The sudden doubt that whispers with your own rational voice ends here. The guilt trip from those you have outgrown ends here. Virgo has never been cold. Virgo is not envied for being demanding. Virgo is envied for quietly delivering what others only promise out loud. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you shrink your own light at that dinner table because your intuition warned you that celebrating would attract the wrong eyes. And it is exactly for this reason that I need to remind you of one crucial thing before we seal this space. What has been cut here today is absolutely real, but you must be prepared for that familiar shadow that will try to latch onto your energy again the next time you walk into a crowded room. The world will try to convince you that nothing has changed and that you must still quietly absorb the silent jealousy of those around you. Because to keep that shadow away from your new chapter, your greatest companion is this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. It is waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. This is the ultimate blueprint you need to sustain the unbreakable shield we just forged so it doesn't crack tomorrow morning. Do not wait for tomorrow's interactions to test the shield you just raised today. There are thousands of Virgos listening to this right now, standing in the exact same silence as you. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for the numbers, but because the next message in this series will specifically look for those who have already crossed this first gate. In the next video of this series, I am going to reveal the exact physical sign that appears 3 days before this spiritual siege completely breaks, and why almost every Virgo ignores it until it's too late. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Virgo, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far. You have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment, right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy gaze tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of spiritual envy, and it is already within your reach. The lighthouse does not need to fear the storm anymore, because the impenetrable glass shield is finally raised, and your flame is completely your own. Now you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was cut was cut. Walk light, Virgo.